Day 8 at the Commonwealth Games here in Australia on the Gold Coast, and I have the honour of the daily update this evening with our silver medalist Tim Neal, but we'll come on to Tim in just a moment. First of all, badminton. Jess Lee played Sana Newell in the women's singles, but sadly had to retire early in the second game at 1-0 down. I'm sure Jess feels incredibly disappointed to have not completed her match, but should be very proud to have finished in the last 16 of the Commonwealth Games. On to mountain biking, and what a day it was for Nick Corlett. It was his moment to shine, and he certainly did after breaking his chain at the start of the race, but he finished a brilliant 10th in a time of 1:26.20. An outstanding race for Nick. Well done to you, but also, you know who else was watching this race? Tim Neal was. Tim, what did you make of it?
Yeah, I was there and caught the first 3 laps, I think. So at the start, it was a bit surprising to see Nick so far behind because we didn't know his chain had broken, obviously. But you know, to come away from the event and then hear that he'd finished 10th is just a fantastic result. You know, he'd obviously dug deep and really pushed hard to finish where he did.
A little bit different to training in the likes of Archalagan and Barul Plantation, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, definitely. And the cyclists have been saying how tough it has been here to compete in the hot, humid conditions. But you know, Nick did fantastically well, and I'm sure he's had an amazing training ground back on the Isle of Man.
Mountain biking, is it something that you're familiar with as a sport?
Not so much just lately, but when I was younger, yeah, I had my fair share of thrills and spills in Ballaugh and Thoughty Will Plantation. But yeah, something I've stayed clear away from that just lately.
Something that you are very familiar with, obviously, is shooting, and how great it is to have you here to talk about what's been happening at Belmont Shooting Centre today.
Yeah, we've had Gemma Commode and Rachel Glover competing today in the 50-metre ladies prone rifle match. Gemma unfortunately hasn't had such a good day with a score of 5.89, but Gemma has produced a fantastic result to come 6th out of a field of 20 competitors with a score of 6.15.4, which is only 0.3 points away from the 4th place. So I mean, that's an amazing result, and it's such a game of fine margins. The score was just whole figures, but it went to decimal places a few years ago. So each score is, instead of being 1, it's 1.9. So if you imagine the fine margins that these guys have got to compete with, it's an amazing achievement to get that close to to a 4th place and nearly a medal again.
It certainly is. Well, we're going to be bringing you the latest update again tomorrow, but make sure that you do follow all social media on Manx Radio, Facebook, Twitter, and also Manx Radio Portal. But before we go, can I just see that medal one more time? That's all from us this evening. That's not too bad. Well done, that was good.